When it comes to negative thoughts, depression, low self-esteem, many people in the world are dealing with these things, but not even just your everyday people, but born again believers. This is something that every human being has the ability to overcome. We just need to know how. Let's discuss that now. Ephesians 6, starting at verse 12 says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." So he's basically telling us the things that we're going to be dealing with, not warfare, where we're kingdom citizens, we're not in the army, we do not do war, but the things that we are going to be dealing with and have to overcome are spiritual things. Now, how do these spiritual things attack us? Well, in 2 Corinthians 10, 3-5, it says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in Elohim for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Elohim, bringing every thought captive into the obedience of the Messiah." So basically it's telling us that the things that we have to overcome are our thoughts, the things that we hear in our head, our mind. This is why in James 4:7 it says, "Therefore submit to Elohim, resist the devil and he will flee." You resist him because he's going to come in your mind. He's going to try to put things into your mind to make you believe that you can do things or want you to do certain things. If you remember the story in Matthew 16, the Messiah was telling his disciples what he was going to have to go through for them to receive salvation. But Peter, Kepha, he took him to the side and said, "These things are not going to happen to you. We're not going to let that happen." And then the Messiah rebuked him. He told him, "Get behind me, Satan. You're an offense to me." Now, he wasn't exactly saying that to Peter himself, but he was saying that to that thought that Peter had said to him about what he was going to do and how he was going to protect the Messiah. But the Messiah was saying, "This isn't the will of the Father. I know the will of the Father. It's his will for me to do this. I'm not listening to what you're saying." So we have to understand, when it comes to the thoughts that are in our head, you have to be able to speak to them, rebuke them. Tell them that they're a lie. Tell them that you're not going to do what it is that they want them to do. Tell them that they have no permission to come back into your mind again. Speak to them and tell them these things, especially as born again believers. You don't have to hear or listen to or follow or subject yourself to all the thoughts that come in your mind. Assert your dominance over them. If these thoughts doesn't line up with the word, if they are a lie, you cast them out. Speak to them. So hopefully this helps with anybody that's dealing with depression or negative thoughts and things like that. Remember, the Messiah said he came to give life and life more abundantly, and depression is not in that.